Okay, thank you for joining us. This will be about 60 minutes of yoga flow. If we have not met yet, my name is Sarah and I use she, her, hers pronouns. I go to UIC. We are going to get started today in child's pose. So if you have a better position, please take that. If you want to do child's pose, come onto your knees, spread them about as wide as your mat, touch your toes together behind you, and you crawl your fingertips forward so your arms are out long in front of you. And then rest your forehead on the mat or maybe a pillow if that feels good. Sink your hips down towards your heels. Maybe you close your eyes. Take a nice inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Another one just like that. Breathe in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Notice everywhere on your body that's touching the mat. And let yourself feel really supported here, really held up by the earth. Start to melt all your weight downward, sinking your hips even lower. Maybe you roll your head from side to side, give yourself a little forehead massage here. Really just letting all our weight sink down, starting to relax and let go of the day. All right, if you're ready to move, then push into your hands and meet me in a tabletop position. I almost wish it was a restorative class. It felt really great to lay there. If you're in a tabletop, stack your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze forward. This is cow pose. And then exhale, round your spine for cat. Pull your belly button all the way up to the ceiling. Inhale, drop your belly button down for cat. Exhale, cow. Continue to flow through these two poses at your own pace. Just a reminder to have your fingertips spread really wide here. And push into your knuckles, almost like you're twisting open a jar, so your hands are gripping the mat. That's going to take some pressure off your wrist here. Couple more breaths. Add in any other stretches you like. I like to kind of sway from side to side. All right, meet me in a neutral tabletop. Bring your hands one handprint forward. Push onto your toes for downward facing dog. Straighten your legs, send your butt up real high behind you. Hold here and breathe. It's your first down dog, so feel free to take some stretches. I like to check the length of my down dog by coming forward into a high plank, almost like the top of a push-up. And I know I'm at a good length if my shoulders are in line with my palms. And then come back up. Keep a slight bend in your knees and sink your heels closer to the floor. Don't worry if they don't touch. Keep your core engaged. One last inhale here. Exhale. Look towards your hands and then tiptoe your feet up to meet your hands. Land with your legs as wide as your hips. Sink your knees, bend your knees, sink your chest closer to the ground. Hang here in ragdoll. Maybe you sway side to side. You can hold your elbows or let your hands dangle towards the earth. Explore how it feels to rock forward and back and side to side. Or find stillness. Let your shoulders relax. Let your jaw unclench. Inhale here. Exhale, let it go. And then slowly, slowly, like you're moving through honey, unroll all the way up to standing. Stacking one vertebrae at a time. Roll your shoulders down your back when you get here. Bring your feet as wide as your hips, or you can bring your toes together to touch with a little bit of space between your heels. Hands out wide at your sides. Exhale, let go of all your air. Maybe close your eyes for a moment. Notice your surroundings. Try to stay in this present moment as we flow through class. One way to do that might be to notice your feet on the floor, the grounding technique. Connecting those physical sensations to what's happening in your mind. Just constantly reminding yourself, I am here, I'm safe, I'm okay. Inhale here together. Exhale, let it go. Open your eyes if you close them, and we'll move again. Inhale, mountain pose, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Hold here and breathe. Relax your shoulders down your back. Squeeze your core to keep your spine nice and tall. Squeeze your thighs together. Push down through your heels. So this is a really active pose even though we're not moving. Breathe in to reach up. Exhale, small back bend. Pull your elbows out wide to the height of your shoulders. Push down through your heels. Shine your heart up towards the ceiling. You can make this gentle, no need to go really deep. Slowly inhale, come back up. And then exhale, grab one wrist, side bend. Reach over to the side. Push down through both feet here, especially the pinky edge of your foot, to lengthen the stretch on the side of your body. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, grab that other arm, lean to the other side. You don't really have to grab your arm or your wrist. I just like it to kind of deepen the stretch, like I have some leverage to pull myself even more over to the side. Keep both hips facing forwards. This isn't a twist yet, just a side stretch. Inhale, come back up. And then exhale, forward fold. Slowly bend in half, sinking your chest towards the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Pull your shoulders to the height of your hips. Hands can rest on shins or thighs. You can keep a slight bend in the knee if that helps. And gaze straight down to protect your neck. From your halfway lift, high plank. Place both hands underneath your shoulders. Come into the top of that push-up. We're going to do this a lot in class, so let's set the first one up really slowly together. Hips are as high as your shoulders. Heels are right over your toes. You can hold here, or you can drop to your knees. We're going to lower all the way down to our bellies, keeping your elbows pinned in towards your sides. Squeeze your belly button as you lower, and now we're all the way down. Push your toes into the mat. Keep your hands near your ribs. Inhale for cobra pose. Gently lift your shoulders and chest away from the mat. Keep breathing. Hands are gently resting next to your ribs, or try to hover your hands next to your ribs for even more strength in your back. Lower down slowly. Push back up into your high plank. Maybe you use your knees, and then we'll go back to downward facing dog. So that was our cobra pose. We're going to do another variation, which is upward facing dog. And then for the rest of class, you'll be able to choose which one you like, or you can do both, or you can do neither. So inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Walk to the top of your space again. Add a halfway lift here. Inhale, flatten your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Unroll and reach all the way up. Exhale, back bend. Repeating these same poses one at a time. Inhale, come up. Exhale, side stretch. Go at the pace of your breath. I'm just a guide. Inhale up, friends. Exhale, side stretch the other side. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. So option to do that lowering down all the way to your belly, what we just did, or lower down halfway. Keep your elbows pinched and tight. This is our chaturanga push-up. Shoulders, elbows, hips are all lined up. From here, upward facing dog, straighten your arms, push your toenails down into the mat. Knees are hovered off the mat. That's how much we're squeezing our glutes, pushing into the mat here. And then exhale, downward facing dog. We'll do that Sane one more time together. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Moving slowly together. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Maybe you use your knees. Maybe you go all the way down to your belly. Inhale for your back bend, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, down dog, lift your right leg high. Pause here and then open up your hip by dropping your right foot towards your butt. Kind of letting your knee go towards the ceiling. Your hip is opening up towards the side of the room. Slowly take some circles with your knee in both directions. They don't have to be big movements. This is really going to open up our joints here. Slowly straighten your leg. Put your foot back down on the ground. Gaze forward, bring your right leg all the way forward, put your right foot on the ground for a low lunge. Drop your left knee down. And this is where a pillow might come in handy. If you just need that extra support, you can put a pillow under your left knee. All right, kneeling crescent, inhale here. Our aim is that we're having 90-degree bends in our joints. So knee and ankle are together. Knee and hip are together. Point your hips forwards like they're headlights on a car. Keep your core engaged so your spine is straight. Find mountain pose in your upper body. Reconnect with your breath. I find that if I push more into my heel, I can kind of deepen the stretch, my hip here. Just keeping my legs active. Breathe in. On your exhale, right hand goes behind you, left hand stays forward. Gentle twist here. Right hand behind. If this is too much, bring your right hand to your low back. Gaze forward or to the right. Keep pushing down through your right heel. Inhale together. Exhale, breathe out. Inhale, bring your palms towards the ground, frame your right foot. lift your left leg up, swing your right foot behind you, downward facing dog. Take a reset breath here, inhale. Big exhale, let that side go. Then kick your left leg up behind you. Drop your heel towards your butt, let your knee go towards the ceiling. Open up your hip. Maybe you take small circles or big circles with your knee going in each direction. You're welcome to stay still or to keep both feet on the ground. This is really your practice, your time to explore your body. Slowly begin to bring your leg back down. Let your foot graze the floor, and then bring it all the way forward for a little lunge. Left foot is forward, right knee on the ground. Inhale, kneeling crescent, hold and breathe. Stack those joints, hips in line with your knee. Knee in line with your ankle. Hips are headlights pointing forward. Engage your core. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. So it's an active pose, but we're never straining, right? We're striving for that balance between rest and action, flexibility and strength. Maybe as you flow today and you remind yourself that you're here, you're grounded in this present moment, think about how you can apply those skills of balance to the rest of your life. So let's inhale here. Exhale, twist. Left arm goes back this time. Right arm goes forward. Legs stay the same. Push into your heel. Left hand can also rest on your low back for some extra support. Maybe if your shoulders are feeling a little sticky. Inhale, come back up. Place your palms on the mat by your left foot. Lift that right leg up. Downward facing dog. All right, friends. Inhale, lift your right foot up. This time, swing it all the way through. Low lunge. Right foot down. Option to drop your left knee down or keep it lifted for a full crescent lunge. So very similar pose to what we just did, except this time our back knee is lifted. Take a couple moments to find your balance. Square your hips forward, squeeze your belly button. If your left leg is lifted, bring your heel high over your toes, keep a little bend in that knee. Squeeze your thighs energetically together, keep them active. Keep breathing here. Notice if you've got a little harder to breathe now that you're exerting more energy, and remind yourself that you are still here, you're still safe. Breathe in. Exhale, twist right arm back. Left arm forward. And check in with your hips. They should still be facing forward. It's really easy to turn your hips in this pose, and we want to keep them the same and twist with just our upper body. Breathe in, breathe out. On your next breath, unwind. Meet me in warrior two. So spin open. Left toes face the side of your mat. Right toes face forward. You can bend and straighten this right knee. Our legs are a little warmed up, but I still think it feels good. All right, when you're ready for warrior two, bend your right knee, stack it with your right ankle. Hips and shoulders face the side of the room. Push into your left heel, open your arms wide, gaze over your right hand. So strong here. Always feel free to make little adjustments so this pose feels right for your body. Breathe in, breathe out. On your next inhale, reverse warrior, your right hand comes up. Hold here and breathe. Legs stay the same. Maybe you deepen that lunge, really feel it in your legs, and then reach up and back with your right hand like you could high five the wall behind you. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. And with your left hand, it can hang here next to you. It can be a little more active, like you're holding a beach ball. Or maybe you do what we did in the beginning and hold your top hand. One more breath here. Exhale, let it go. Slowly begin to spin both toes towards the left. Let your arms go all the way over to the side and down for a wide leg forward fold. Relax here with your head and your shoulders sinking towards the mat. And there's a couple options, friends, for you to explore. So you can stay still. You can play around with walking your feet wider or closer together. You're just going to stretch different parts of your legs. You can also play around with lunges, bending one knee and then the other. And we are going to actually do quite a few of these wide-legged forward folds. So don't rush through it and try a bunch of things. You're going to have time for all these options. All right, begin to make your fold a little more active. Bring your heels in and your toes out. Inhale, star pose. Arms go up, straighten your legs, get really big. Take a moment here to pause, roll out your hips, roll out your wrists, and then get really big. Inhale. Exhale for horse. Sink your hips low behind you, bend your knees. I find that bringing my hands to my chest helps me balance here. Squeeze your belly button so you can pull your shoulders away from you. We don't want to roll forward. Keep your chest open and strong here. Legs are working really hard. Shake it out if you need to. Pull the weight towards your pinkies rather than towards your big toe. Opening up here, sink low. Inhale. Exhale. And then big inhale, star pose again. Straighten those legs, let it go. Exhale, warrior two towards the back of your mat. I'm gonna change it up here. This time, left leg is bent, right toes face out to the side. Square your shoulders and your hips. Look over your left wrist. Don't worry about if you can't see me. Feel free to move or just listen to the cues. Trust your body. And if something doesn't feel right, you don't have to do it. All right, so from this warrior two, breathe in. And then exhale, bring your hands down next to your left foot. Low lunge on this side. Bring your right toes to the back of your mat to meet your left. We're here in a little squat, a little forward fold. And then inhale, chair pose. So this is a new pose here. We're going to bring our heels and our knees together. Sink your hips low, like you're in a little kindergarten chair. Bring all the weight into your heels. Squeeze your core to fire up your whole upper half of your body. Let your chest come away from your thighs. You can also put your hands together at your heart here too. Lower your hips. So strong, one more breath. And then gently unwind, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Your version. That could mean going right to down dog. If you're lowering down halfway or all the way, make sure you squeeze your elbows in towards your ribs. We'll meet in down dog. And we're going to do the same thing on the right in a mandala. So we're just moving in a circle around our mat. So inhale your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge, swing it through. Inhale, crescent pose, facing the back of the mat, right leg is forward. Exhale, twist, right arm back. Inhale, warrior two, spin open, your right knee is bent. Reverse warrior, right hand comes up. Wide-legged forward fold. Straighten both legs, spin your hands all the way down. Hang out here in your wide-legged forward fold for one breath. Then spin your heels in, toes out. Inhale, star pose. Get really big and tall. Exhale, horse. Sink your hips low. Keep your shoulders and chest lifted. Inhale, star, get big. Exhale, warrior two, facing the front of the room. Bring your hands down to frame your left foot. Right foot comes up to meet your left. Exhale. Inhale, chair, sink low, breathe here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Again, your version. This time I'm gonna go all the way down to my belly. Inhale for cobra pose. Toenails push down. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale your left foot high. Exhale, low lunge. Left foot forward. Pause here. You can drop to your knee if that's what you did for your crescent lunge on the other side. If not, stay lifted. And we'll take our first crescent lunge on the left. So stack your heel high over your back toes. Face your hips forward. Push your left heel down into the ground. Keep your knee and ankle lined up. Arms reach up towards the ceiling. Relax your shoulders. Check in with those facial muscles too. Are you crunching up your eyebrows, trying to focus? Or can you find a little bit of that relaxation even in the hard work? Breathe in. Exhale, twist, left arm back. Check in with your hips. I have to bring my left hip back a little so it's even with the right. Keep squeezing your thighs towards one another without moving your legs. Push down through your left heel. Inhale, come back up, crescent. Exhale, spin open, warrior two. Left toes face forward. Let's do what we did on the other side and bend and straighten that left knee. It's a little warm up. All right, when you're ready, keep your left knee bent. Push down into your right foot, face your right toes towards the side of the room. Stack your hips and your shoulders, friends, and then gaze over that left hand, nice and strong. One steady point of focus. Any distractions that come into your mind, they're not bad, you just don't need them. So focus on your breath. Focus on how the mat feels underneath your feet. And then inhale, reverse warrior, left hand lifts up. Hold here and breathe. We've got slow on this side, so do some exploring. Rebend your left knee. Maybe your right arm hangs next to you. Is a little more active, holding that imaginary beach ball. Or maybe it pulls your left hand for an even deeper stretch. Push down through your right foot to keep that leg active. And on your next breath, straighten your left leg, spin your toes to the side, lower your arms all the way down for wide leg forward fold. Another chance to play around here and explore some different motions. Be an observer in your own body without any judgment, without any critiques, just noticing how things feel. Gently building up that skill of awareness and compassion, even for ourselves. All right, let's get a little more active. Push into your palms, heels in, toes out. Inhale, star pose. Straighten your legs, reach your arms up. Exhale, horse. Sink your hips down and low. I wish I could see you. I'm sure you are all doing great. Push into your heels. Then push into the sides of your feet, your pinky edge. Squeeze your legs. Let your knees go out really wide. Squeeze your core. Keep your chest open. Bounce around if that helps. One more breath here. And then big inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior two towards the back. Bend your right foot, left toes face the side. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your hands down around your right foot, low lunge. Bring your left foot up to meet the right, forward fold. And then inhale, chair pose. This is our slow side, so we're gonna hold it a couple breaths. Bring the weight into your heels. Look down, make sure that you can see your toes. So that means your knees have to be moving backwards a little bit, closer to your hips, and then sink your hips down even lower. Again, we're building strength, friends, but if that's not what you need today, don't go as deep, but listen to yourself, find out what you need. Keep that core engaged so your spine is straight and not rounding. Inhale together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. I'm going to lower down halfway this time and then inhale for upward facing dog. Again, you choose the poses that make the most sense for you. From down dog, inhale your left foot high and then swing it through low lunge. Inhale, crescent or kneeling crescent. Exhale, twist, left arm back. Inhale, warrior two. Left leg is bent. Reverse warrior, left arm goes up. And then straighten your left leg, spin your arm down for wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, star pose, heels in, legs go straight, reach up. Exhale, horse pose, sink your hips. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two, right leg is bent. Inhale, hands go down around your foot. Exhale, forward fold, left foot comes up. Inhale, chair pose, sink your hips down low, just one breath here. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, we're gonna do those mandalas, those circles, one more time on each side, which is really two more times on each side. So stay with me. Take breaks when you need it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna grab water. All right, so from your down dog, right leg, inhale up, and exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, twist, right arm back. Inhale, warrior two, spin open, right leg is bent. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, wide-legged forward fold, spin all the way down. Exhale here, let it go. Inhale, star pose, open up. Exhale, horse. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two towards the back of the room, left knee bends. Inhale, reach your hands down. Exhale, forward fold, right foot comes up. Inhale, chair pose, sink your hips low. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, high to low plank. Your version, maybe you skip it. We'll meet in down dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, right arm back. Inhale, warrior two. Right knee is bent. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, wide-legged forward fold, straighten your legs, lower your hands. Exhale here. Then inhale, star pose. Heels in, toes out. Exhale, horse, sink down. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two towards the front. Inhale, reach your hands down. Exhale, forward fold. Right foot comes up. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, back bend. And exhale, down dog. Inhale your left foot high. And exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, twist, left arm back. Inhale, warrior two, left leg is bent. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, forward fold, twist all the way down, let your head dangle, release and exhale. Inhale, star pose, get big. Exhale, horse. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two towards the back of the room. Inhale your hands down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale for your back bend. And exhale, down dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, left arm back for a twist. Inhale, warrior two, towards the back of the room, left leg is bent. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, straighten your legs, sweep your arm all the way down. Exhale, in this wide leg forward fold. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, horse. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two towards the front. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, forward fold, left foot comes up. Inhale, chair, last one. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale, down dog. And from your down dog, drop down to your knees. And then we'll take a child's pose for just a few breaths because that was a lot of moving around. So just like we did in the beginning of class, bring your knees out wide, hips low, crawl your fingertips forward. Let your forehead touch down on the mat or a pillow. And remind yourself that all is well. Even if in reality everything isn't well and our world is crazy, there are moments where everything is okay. And what do you need for this to be one of those moments? For you to be aware that you're just on your mat, you're breathing, you're taking care of your body. Treasure that as you breathe in, breathe out. Enjoy that reset, that connection. And then we're going to move again, just a little bit of balancing. And then we'll do some stretching and Shavasana. So come into a tabletop and then a downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Walk your feet up to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then slowly unwind for mountain pose. From your mountain pose, bring all the weight to your left foot. Lift your right leg up. We'll take tree pose on the right. So connect your right foot to your left ankle, shin, or thigh. Just avoid your knee. And then your right leg goes out wide. Left leg can keep a slight bend in it. Push down through your left foot. Find one thing to gaze at. And then find something in your arms that helps you feel balanced, but strong, capable, like everything's going your way. All right, one last breath here. Exhale, let it go. Both feet on the ground, shake out that left leg. This time, bring all the weight into your right foot. Lift up your left leg, connect it to your ankle, shin, or thigh. Take a moment to push into your right leg. Keep that knee a little bent, strong but loose. Hips face forward, squeeze your core. Hold here and breathe. Maybe you try something different with your hands on this side. The reason we squeeze our belly button is that our core is our center of gravity. We want to keep that engaged. Let all of our power just radiate out from our center. We're pushing into the floor, we're pushing into our leg. The crown of your head's reaching up tall. Inhale here. Exhale, both feet down on the ground. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold, nice and slow. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, lower all the way down to your belly and stay there. So come into your high plank and then slowly, slowly come all the way down to your belly. Take your left arm out nice and wide. And then, so you're almost making a T shape. And then roll to the left so that your right leg is bent and coming behind you. Your right hand can rest on the mat next to you, next to your face, or kind of on your hip or behind you. So one more time, because this can be confusing. From your belly, bring your left arm out wide next to your shoulder. Push into your left hip, roll all the way over. This is a great stretch for the upper back, for the arms. If you don't feel anything, try moving your arms at different degrees. Move really slowly here. If you feel it too much, come out of it, enjoy that rest on your belly. All right, gently roll back to your belly. We'll do the same thing on the right. So let me flip around here. So from your belly, stick your right arm out next to you like it's a T. Push into your left hand, roll onto your right hip. Your left leg comes behind you with your knee bent. Left hand can stay next to your face, or it can hold on to your hip, or if we're even deeper, it can reach behind you. Rest here and breathe. What do you notice about this side? Not labeling it good or bad, just taking notes. Slowly roll back so you're on your belly. And then push your toenails into the mat. Bring your hands next to you. We're going to do one cobra pose together. Inhale, lift your shoulders and your chest up. Hover your hands for 3, 2, 1, and lower everything down. Let your left ear rest on the mat. Let your legs get a little looser. Arms go along next to you. Maybe you sway your hips from side to side in this resting pose. Inhale and exhale. Let's move again. Bring your gaze down, forehead facing the center of your mat. 2 options here. We are going to do bow pose. So we're going to bend our knees, reach back, grabbing our ankles. If that doesn't feel good, I invite you to take cobra pose again. So what we just did. All right, but if you want to do bow, bend your knees, reach for your ankles, and then inhale, lift your knees, shoulders, chest off the mat. Try to bring your knees closer together so that if I was looking at you, your knees would be straight in line with your hips. Keep breathing. Again, if this doesn't feel good, you don't need to do it. And then slowly, gently let go of your legs. Exhale, release everything down. Let your right ear go onto the mat this time. Arms go long next to you. Wiggle out your hips, let your legs get loose and floppy. I don't have a proper word for that. When you're ready to move, bring your gaze to the center of your mat again. Push into your palms, slowly lift up. Swing yourself around so you're sitting in a seat. Place your heels on the mat, lower down onto your back. Actually, just kidding, don't do that. Let's stretch our hips. We are going to stack our legs in a seated position. So I'm going to do my right leg on the top first. And so this is lotus or fire log pose, depending on your tradition. If your legs don't stack all the way like this, that is fine. Just come cross-legged, you'll still get a stretch. If your legs are stacked, flex your feet, line up your ankles and your knees. If it helps, you can slide a pillow in that space between your knee and your ankle. So from here, breathe in. And then as you exhale, slowly lean forward, crawl your fingertips forward, feeling a stretch in your hips. Slowly crawl your fingertips back towards you if you lean forward. Uncross your legs, plant your heels on the mat. Bring your hands behind you and windshield wiper your knees. So slowly flop your knees from side to side here. Maybe straighten your legs, wiggle them out, get your blood flowing. Let's do the other side. My left leg is going to be on top this time. And we're just going to come into a cross-legged position with your ankles and your knees stacked. Flex your feet. Push down through your glutes so your back is nice and lifted. Everything is stacked on top of the other. If your legs don't come up quite this high, that is okay. Just cross your legs normal and then reach forward. Eventually you'll get there. I like to use a pillow in that space between my knee and my ankle sometimes. And then whatever version feels good, you can stay here or you can crawl your fingertips forward. Slowly come back up if you lowered down. Uncross your legs. Place your heels on the mat. Windshield wiper your knees from side to side. When you're ready, let your legs go long and straight in front of you. Gather any extra flesh from underneath you. Sit up nice and tall. Breathe in. Exhale, seated forward fold. Breathe out as you reach towards your toes. You don't have to all the way grab for your toes. Just grab for whatever's there. And this is a great hamstring stretch if you keep your chest open. If you want more of a low back release, bend your knees and sink your chest towards your knees. So there's two ways to do the stretch. Both feel fantastic. Gently unwind, roll your back up, and then roll all the way down onto your mat. Happy baby, pull your knees in towards your chest. Reach inside, grab for the backs of your legs, or your ankles, or your toes. Find a version of this pose that allows you to sink your whole spine all the way from the back of your neck down your spine to your tailbone on the mat. So we're glued to the mat. But if you want to sway from side to side, go for it. Or maybe stretch out one leg at a time. Wonderful. Let go of your legs or your feet. Let your left leg go long in front of you. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. Give it a little squeeze. And then exhale, supine twist. Float your right knee across your body. Stack your hips. And then roll open towards the right. Let your arms go out wide. Push both shoulders down onto the mat here. So even if you don't twist as deeply, let your right shoulder stay on the ground. Maybe you close your eyes here. Or find some other way to signal your body that it's time to start relaxing. Roll back over, switch out your legs. So let your back be flat. Right leg goes long, left leg comes in. Give it a little squeeze. Inhale here. Exhale, supine twist. Bring your left knee across your body. As you stack your hips one on top of the other. Twist from near your belly button so your shoulders are resting on the mat. And your arms can go out wide if that feels good. Gaze up towards the ceiling or over towards the left. Gently unroll. This time bring both knees in. Give yourself a little hug. Get really tiny. And then exhale, Shavasana. Get really big. Let your arms and legs go long on the mat. Maybe you close your eyes here. Take up a lot of space. So physically spread out on your mat, but also mentally. Know that you are powerful. And even if things are not totally going great, there are going to be little moments where everything is okay. Little moments where you are connected to the ground, to your body, to your breath. If this feels good, I invite you to stay here as long as you'd like. But tonight is yours. It is 7 o'clock, so if you have to move on, start by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Take those small motions to waken up your body. Eventually roll onto one side, the fetal pose, tuck your knees next to you. Use your arm as a pillow. Gather up some strength and gently push yourself up to your feet. You face the top of your mat or the camera or window, whatever feels good. Come into a seat. Stack your shoulders over your hips so that you're seated tall and proud. If it's in your practice, I invite you to bring your hands to your heart. Take a moment to thank yourself for coming to class. And thank those members of our community that practice yoga with us. Take a moment to honor the indigenous people of whatever land you're on right now. I'm on land in Illinois, Chicago. Honor that land. And finally, take a moment to thank the original stewards of this yoga practice, a very long, beautiful tradition. And bring your thumbs up from your heart to your third eye, the space between your eyebrows. Hope you have a wonderful week. We bow. Okay, friends, that's our practice for today. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to pause the recording now.